Boston market not really being a Boston thing reminds me of my first time ever playing at AT&T Stadium against the Cowboys. So you're in AT&T Stadium in Dallas playing the Cowboys, and I have an AT&T phone, very loyal AT&T person, and no cell phone reception in the
Yeah,
visiting team
I
locker
hate
room
that.
at AT&T Stadium. Like, what are we doing?
Not bad for a fat guy.
What up, Clubhouse? It's Benny Polizzi and Joey Molinaro on this week's TG. Wait, did they have Matt Hasselbeck on? And is he boys with Brett Favre? Maybe. Did we talk about your scary neighbor friend who smokes cigs by a creek? Did they talk about Super Bowl 37 being the brightest Super Bowl of all time? Did they mention the Bears being the most Old Testament football team ever? I don't know. Is this a sports podcast? Absolutely not. Let's start the show. TG200.
Whoa, that one rolls off the tongue a little different.
200.
Episode 200. Wow. Well, not like. Here's the thing. Here's the deal. Okay, a little peek behind the curtain for you. So we've been doing the show for a while now, and of course, Benny, had his huge successful runs on reality television, and so while that was going on, we had a bunch of shows that we just had like the best of. It was just replays that we would keep in the feed, right? So we've been doing the show for 4 years. This is our actual original 200th episode. We have more than 200 episodes, but this is the actual one where it's not a replay or something in from the feed because Benny was off being on F-Boy Island and doing what he needed to do there. So 200. Wow.
200. It's actually a little more, dude. If you count the OG Express pods, people don't know about those. The OG Express. We had some good guests on those too. I was thinking back.
Yeah. Random ones.
Coach Brom. Hey, Terry McLaurin. What a poll from like early these guys.
I remember we went on a weird run on early these guys, which was just when it was espresso with me and Ben. Well, we went on a run where there would be like Ryan Klein came on, and then that week he went off against Tennessee in the NCAA tournament.
We were trying to get him to do a celebration. We're like, bro, if you hit it like a deep three, hit us with hit a sip. Yeah. But
he did that. Then we had Terry McLaurin on right before the combine when he was like running at the combine, and he went out and ran like a 4.3840.
Who did we think we were, dude? Finish the lyrics with Scary Terry before he comes like the wide receiver.
Finish the lyrics, asking Brom what his favorite Pop-Tart is. Dan Orlovsky.
Oh, what a pull! Can we get him back?
We had Dan Orlovsky on. We had Dan Orlovsky on before he was Dan Orlovsky.
Dude, we saw the vision. TG Vision.
Hey, maybe my favorite ever. John Clayton, rest in peace.
Oh, true OG. Literal star of the SportsCenter commercials.
Do you remember how cool he was?
Never trusted anyone more in my entire life than that guy. When he popped up on your TV, you were like, "Hey, shut up."
But he was so cool to us. Like I remember he spent like 12 minutes with us and was like, "No problem." He was gonna come in studio and do it with us because he usually recorded his show for whatever he was doing when he was in town for the combine. He usually recorded it from the station. But something didn't work out there. But he's like, I'll give you guys a call and do it. I remember we asked him if there was one NBA player or one other athlete that you could put on an NFL roster right now, who would be? And he was like, I think you have to go with LeBron. Like he went on a huge run, like as actual John Clayton talking about what LeBron would bring. It was insane, man.
JC,
rest in peace,
dropping gems. JC.
Yeah, what a legend. Dude, hey. Ashley Flowers from Crime Junkie.
Hey, we were in our bag. Who on another episode of Who's Booking Them? Who's Booking Them? Yeah, the number one podcast in the world just casually had her on.
In studio. She came in studio with us.
She was live. We saw her with our own eyes.
Dude, we might have to
wait. Hold up, though. She did that?
Buried. Yes.
She parked for us. She parked downtown for us.
Yeah.
What an honor.
I rode the elevator with her because I had to go down and bring her up from the lobby at station.
It's a tough ride up that elevator, bro. Make or break the pod. So, where's your park?
What it was is that I realized that she realized that what she was getting into is not what she thought she was signing up for.
Oh, she thought it was going to be like on like station.
Like station with like, Hammer and Nigel or something. Probably not them, but like I think she thought, because that's how me and Benny would do it back then, is we would use our official station email and like reach out to them at an official capacity or reach out to like the SID or whoever.
Kind of scammers. But
we had to be, man. I mean, like
you have to. They had a good time.
Right, but Ashley, she did. She had fun. Like it was cool. We'll have to. That picture's buried, I think, deep on either one of our pages or on these guys because it used to be Espresso Fam. Mm-hmm. It's buried on there with Ashley. Might have to pull that back up at station now.
Station, remember? Hey, you go deep on that These Guys LOL page. Like there's some crazy stuff on there. Some lore. Mm-hmm.
So that could be a little homework as we walk down memory lane with you, the listener. And it wouldn't be possible without each and every one of you.
OG Office videos on there? Like,
I know.
Like the first cut. Those have been repurposed so many times. Mm-hmm. Man.
Yeah, but 200. This is 200. Super, super excited about it. These Guys LOL Instagram page keeps growing, man. So hop in there. Discord. I keep seeing, some people will message and be like, hey, the link's not working. But then people are like, no, it's working fine. I don't really know. But if you just message me or these guys, then we'll get you a link that works. But that keeps growing too. Clubhouse in there talking ball. Ball is here. Football is here, man.
Week 0, man.
Week 1 of high school football around the state of Indiana, not a local bud. I had that just kicking off, man. Hyped getting everybody back out there. Hyped knowing that people are like, oh, what you got going on? I think we might go catch HSE Fishers. You're like, oh, yeah.
Dude, I heard, what is it? God, somebody New Pal's playing IMG this year.
Ooh.
New Pal 5. This is not a local pod at all, but nothing
like
wakes
that?
me up. Yeah, they're like that. Nothing wakes me up more than talking high school ball. I don't know why. Hey, why are they still in 5A? We'll never know.
Oh, man. Absolutely.
Can we talk about that? Dude. Can we talk about that in the Discord? Why is New Pal still in 5A? They're playing IMG. IMG, AAU football team. They'll probably win.
Is that a road game? No way IMG's making their way up to
if they
Eastern Indiana.
If they come to Eastern Indiana, I might have to make a trip home. Get some Dragons gear at the pop-up shop. What's up, Coach Ralph? Or whatever.
Yeah, I'd be down. Yeah, you got high school football. You got week 0, NFL preseason. And burying the lead once again. But hey, episode 200. But who better to have on than Matt Hasselbeck?
The OG Seahawk. Grew up watching, bro.
Mm-hmm.
The real 8.
We're talking, we're talking the playoff runs with the 3-toned green Seattle uniforms.
Hard. And he's about those. He likes the triple blues, triple mismatch blues. It looks like they washed their jersey with 3 different bleaches or something. Is that a laundry issue? Seahawks equipment.
What's a better bluish green? Is it that era Seattle Seahawks or the Buffalo Bills with Peerless Price?
Wait, which blue are you talking about though? On the Seahawks jersey, shoulder or like chest? Because this is a little freaky.
I'm just thinking like the chest pants when they're at home and it's top chest pants are all
blues.
matching.
Oh, which all blues are better?
Yeah.
God. Like for nostalgia, you got to go Bills just because those were so like, what are you doing, bro?
Oh man,
The red
piping.
panel.
Yeah,
I think that's coming back, man. I think it really is. When not a jersey podcast, not a uniform podcast, we never talk about stuff like that. But Adidas said Miami was coming back with like the Ed Reed, like Sean Taylor, Nike. Adidas is gonna butcher it, but they're gonna bring like stuff like this back going across here. Like we're getting crazy. Like that template. That means like this type of like when Notre Dame had the gold under here for that weird year. Like, I think that's going to start coming back on some like retro throwback era stuff.
Well, it's the 25th anniversary of that Ed Reed, Andre Johnson national championship team. So I think that they're bringing that back a little bit, getting freaky with it.
So Miami.
That way. Yeah, man. But Matt Hasselbeck, we talk kind of everything you think clubhouse with them. We get into with Matty H for about 30 minutes or so. So loved having him on, man. It was really great chat with MH. Check out this everybody in the clubhouse. I want everybody to see
everybody in the clubhouse getting tipsy.
This is custom made. This is a Camp Joey hat. Established 1993. Did a little pre-birthday celebration over at the in-laws. Went out on the boat, and I show up, and the old wife, the old ball and chain, she surprised, kind of decorated some stuff, and had these Camp Joey hats for everybody to be able to rock out on the boat. So
effort. That's actually a sick hat.
Right.
No, the way that's like not like look like mine. Like it's like low key. Yeah. Camp Joey, small font.
Yeah. Right there, established 1993, because that's when I was born.
That one goes in the rotation.
Yeah, I think so. Pleasantly surprised. Gotta love that. Gotta love when the effort comes in like that.
Oh, the efforts, dude. It means more than the gift.
It really does. And it's so cliche to say because you grow up and your mom or your grandma or somebody is like, well, it's all about, it's actually all about. And you're just like, no, shut up. Just stop.
Mm-hmm. When you're a kid, you just can't put it together.
Older you get, you're like, wow.
Like you went that far for me?
You actually give a fuck.
You called up Todd Baker to get that screen printed for me? You emailed Todd Baker and got that to manufacturing for me. You got it shipped in time, dude. You got to think of all the little steps it takes somebody like, bro, and like 8 of them. Like this is a dude. You got to get hats made. That's a 3 months ago thing.
Mm-hmm.
Think ahead, man. Hey,
control, but you know what? Control. That's just I think that's just strictly something that can be done by pitties. Like it's just so up Pitty's alley that
Hunty's dialed in on gifts. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but like for a girl,
pitties.
Yeah,
okay.
Pitty lady, like
pitty ladies know best.
the girls are just. I mean, they're just better at it.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
We can try and we can kind of think of it, and we can maybe have like but it's just something would be messed up with what we do, And I get there and like the whole boat is decorated with all this themed stuff, and she's got the hats ready to go, and like, it's like that's just right up the. I mean, that's just right up the alley for ladies. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, the organization, Pity Lady organization, unmatched. Like
Pity Lady LLC.
Pity Lady LLC. My pity has a business.
Pity Lady Inc. And it's spelled like INK because it's like, I don't know.
Pity Lady.
I actually, dude, all right. The clubhouse is going to kick out of this. So I actually, I did. I was at some friends were in town and they were having a little baby shower. And so
my baby
was
my baby shower. God, guys that talk about their babies so much. My baby. All right. Okay, dude. My baby. I'm taking care of my baby. Don't want to wake up the baby. Why is it so funny? Keep it down. I have a sleeping baby.
Oh shit! They don't ever refer to it by its name. It's just my baby.
My baby. It's my baby. Brought my baby to grandma's. My baby. Have you seen my baby
not
lately?
Not even spelled BABY.
What
It's
is
like BEBEH.
B-E. My baby. BEBEH. BE. My baby.
My baby. Oh,
New origin.
man.
New Clubhouse terminology. Clubhouse dictionary. Baby.
Baby. Oh, I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. Oh,
There goes my baby. Oh, girl, look at you. Yeah.
Hit me, baby, one more time. My baby. Oh, shit. I can't come because I gotta take care of my baby.
I was like, all right.
Wish I could fill in for you, bro, but I can't because of my baby.
Haven't slept at all because of my baby.
But all right. So story. we're at the baby shower. I can't even say it, dude. We're at the baby shower.
There
And
it is.
it's at the end, and so you want to get the group pic, right? So you get the guys get together and with the dad and whatever. And then I was like, come on. I was like, let's get. I was like, yeah, all the girls, come on. I was like, hey, oh yeah, look. I was taking the picture. I was just like, oh, those are some pretty ladies. I literally. I said that, dude.
Wait, who are you taking a picture of?
Like, it was like my wife and like 4 or 5 other,
My
plus
wife.
ones.
Okay.
And the
So it was
the
like
mom-
4 girls.
the mom of the hour. There's like 5, 6.
You said that. What'd they
Yeah.
say? What'd they say?
They were like smiling. I know. Well, Riley, no, she got the reference, so she was like, but I think the mom of honor was just like kind of rolling with it. She's like, I know we're pretty.
I know we're pretty. Wow, she played along. What a sicko.
It was great. Yeah, played along. So I was like, all right. And then we had, Clubhouse Clint was there, so he heard. So he heard me say it, and he chimed in with a little pitties.
Yeah, backup. Had your dog on backup. Yep. Clubhouse Clint. Sick name. Sick username.
It was it was primetime pity lady hour there, but
Pity lady. It's picture time for the pitties. Oh my god, the pitties. The pitties get together.
Dude, it just naturally came out. I mean, like
How it should be.
Like I couldn't. I literally, it was just muscle memory. And I'm holding the phone there, and there's the 5 or 6 of them. Like, yep, come on, get all the pity ladies together. Those are some pitties. It was kind of like under my breath in a way.
There's one girl that's just like, what is wrong with him? What the fuck? What is he calling us? Like, ew.
Yeah. Anyways, had to hop that in there.
My wife.
My wife, she was there.
What was that? What is that from?
I can't remember.
And
I think,
my wife. Oh, I know what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
My
Because
life.
sports
My life.
are my life, and I don't talk about that to my wife because she doesn't understand that sports are
my
life.
life. And so let's talk about one Paul George.
Paul George. Oh, love sports talk radio hosts when like they just repeat everything, like Cowherd is kind of the first one to do it. Not local pod, JMV does it a lot. But then like you listen to guys, the drive with JMV, not even the right thing. But you'll listen and there's just so often they'll be like, oh, that's what happens. They ask themselves a question, then they answer it, and then they repeat it.
So 3 times.
Yep. Now, do I think that Daniel Jones is going to be the answer for the Colts? I don't. No, I do not. But is that not to say that he could be a serviceable like that?
We don't know.
We don't.
And after the break, yeah, we don't know. Could he? And after the break, we'll talk about if Daniel Jones can be a serviceable option for Indianapolis. Coming right up out of the break.
We don't know. But after the break, we'll find out what you know and think.
You'll tell us.
You'll tell us. Phone lines are open. It's you, me, and a whole lot of DJ on the other side.
Hold on, Danny Dimes.
Yeah, so that's the Clubhouse. You guys, if you guys want to get into sports radio, sports broadcasting, that's really, you follow that recipe, ta-ta. You'll fake your way into it. I mean,
same commercials. So you didn't really say anything for a whole week on the radio. Like if you do that. Just guys talking about nothing for hours.
Do I believe that IU will repeat as national champions? I do not. But will they be in the conversation come Christmas time, come New Year's Day? I think we're going to find out. And I have a good feeling that they probably will. Like that, boom.
And we'll see what you think about IU being in the conversation.
So there you go. Real quick before we get to Matty H, because Sunday night, we had Sunday Night Football back, and it was the Seahawks and it was the Tennessee Titans. Gotta say, I really like the Titans uniforms on the field.
Not bad.
Thought they were looking, we had this conversation. We were really disappointed about how they're getting away from being the Titans, and they are getting away from being the Titans. But damn, you can't mess up those colors, really. They look good. They look really
light
good.
Blue. Light blue does the job. Always shows up to work, but I don't know. I still miss the OG Titans. Probably just because on some childhood, but I think they're dropping alternates, the Titans, and I think they're going to be navy blue. I've seen some clues on Twitter. They look pretty good. But it is like you can see all like the Photoshop mock-ups and stuff like that you want. Jerseys don't really hit until they're on the field playing. Like you can't really tell how they look until they're on the field. It's really weird. So I didn't know if I'd like the Ravens. I'm still kind of, I don't know. But then I saw them the other day and I was like, okay, pants stripe. Maybe I don't miss the big B.
I still can't figure them out really. I'm like kind of like, what am I looking for here? It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's subtle differences. Gonna miss that gold.
All right. Well, speaking of Seahawks, why don't we get to one Matt Hasselbeck, Seahawks Ring of Honor, one of the all-time best, huh? Matt Hasselbeck. Let's talk to him.
MH.
All right, Clubhouse. Next up, our next guest. He played 18 seasons in the NFL for the Green Bay Packers, the Seattle Seahawks, Tennessee Titans, and not a local pod, the Indianapolis Colts. He was a 3-time Pro Bowler and is a member of the Seattle Seahawks Ring of Honor. It's Matt Hasselbeck. Hey, thanks for being here, man.
Let's go.
What's happening?
Yeah, that background's
I see,
looking
Joey.
fine.
Are you trolling me? Are you trolling me with the Steelers hat? Because I know you're a Colts fan. So you're. I did lose a Super Bowl to the Steelers. Now you're wearing a Steelers hat. Feels like a troll a little bit.
So bad intel. Because I'm actually a huge Steelers fan.
Oh,
and it's not supposed to be a troll. But as I was walking down to my basement to record, I did realize the situation that you just mentioned. So I apologize, kinda.
So
I
didn't
still
know
take that 5th ring. Yeah,
I didn't know that about you because most of the people that I know that are like your biggest fans are Indiana people. So
you mean like Andrew Luck and stuff?
Yes, well, that'd be a good one. Yeah, yeah. I really don't think I know anybody in Indiana that doesn't love you. Like you're their guy. Like
Oh man, that's cool.
like you're their
What an
state
honor.
mascot almost. You know, like that's our guy. They
The
claim
Indiana
you.
mascot, Joey
They claim
Molinaro.
you.
I do feel like a bit of a mascot sometimes when people are like, "Do the voice, man. Do it. Do the salmon, man. Come on." So that's an honor. No, I appreciate that. That's nice. Benny's also from Indy. But
Okay.
he's Hollywood
Indiana land.
now, so
Yep.
he's big
Let's-
Hollywood out there.
Okay, Indiana, home of the Bears. Let's go.
Yeah, seriously. Is that happening?
It's-
we doing that?
Yeah,
Do we know?
can't figure that out.
It's trending. It's trending. You know, the Patriots, I remember the Patriots almost went to Hartford, Connecticut. So it was a little bit of, the politicians wanted to be idiots. And then Robert Kraft was like, all right, see ya. We're going to Connecticut. We're going to Hartford. Then like the people, the voters were like, whoa. No, we're not letting this happen. So maybe Chicago will come to their senses and not lose the Bears. That would be a bad look, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too far. I saw a video the other night at the preseason game. It was like, hey, we can see the Hammond skyline from the top of Soldier Field. And they did a video. You literally could. You could see like the smoke towers and the stuff right across the way.
It's a long
Lake
way. I don't know if
Michigan,
people know this. Yeah, I don't know if people know this, but like NFL stadiums oftentimes aren't where you go to work every day. So like the Chicago Bears, correct me where I'm wrong here. I think they're up in like Gurnee, or they're like way north in Illinois. So it's like it could be an hour, with Chicago traffic, it's probably more than an hour just to get to the stadium. So, like when I played for the Green Bay Packers, the practice facility and the stadium were in the same spot. When I played for the Seattle Seahawks, they were not in the same spot. The Tennessee Titans, not in the same spot. Indianapolis Colts, not in the same spot. So game day is like in a completely different spot. You're there one day a week, and then, you're every other day where you're going into the facility to work at, study, lift, practice, all the stuff is in another town. It's sometimes not very close at all.
Did you like that better, like in Green Bay where everything was real close, or do you like it more like distant?
I think it was, for the players, it's not as big of a deal, but for the equipment staff, who really, in my mind, they're like the MVPs of every football team, equipment managers. That's tough on them. Like they got to basically be the equipment managers for two different locker rooms, for two different setups. And then so basically for them, every single game is an away game. Now, the thing that also is great about the Packers is that training camp was in Green Bay, and that's, like where you are for the season. Most teams, now it's kind of changing because teams have figured out how to make money during training camp, but most teams would have training camp somewhere else. We're going to go away. The Saints used to go to Wisconsin for training camp. Then I think some teams are going like West Virginia now, like find a cooler climate. In Seattle, we would go east of the mountains. We'd go to Cheney, Washington at Eastern Washington University.
Red
home of
turf.
Michael Roos and Cooper Kupp and guys
Colin
like
Cowherd.
that. We would, you'd go out there and you would, it was kind of like come together as a team. No distractions. No spouses, no kids, no
nice
phones, no whatever. So,
well, were the Colts still at Anderson when you were with the Colts?
yeah, we did Anderson. It was I was a vet though, so like it was a different experience for me. I got my own room. Adam Vinatieri was next to me. I think Andre Johnson, Reggie Wayne were on the other side. Like we got like two twin beds pushed together as like one bed. Like we had these like perks. That was one of the major perks.
VIP.
We had a basement room where it was a little cooler. You're underground. But I liked Anderson University. I kind of liked going to camp. It was great for no distractions and. But it's no frills. It's community bathrooms. It's cafeteria dining, like what you remember from college. It's exactly what it was.
Did you get to revert back to college a little bit? Feel like you're kind of having a little bit of a dorm party, plasma screen in there?
I don't think we had plasma screen, but there was a good amount of like video game playing, which is really what I did in college. People say like, what'd you study in college? Like, I studied, obviously went to school, went to classes, but I was an expert in Sega Genesis NHL 95. Like that was maybe one of the best in the world. Maybe one of the best in the world at Sega Genesis. Top three for sure. Like that was really what I did in college, if we're being real.
Wow.
And so there's an element of that. I feel like there were a couple rooms that were like the social rooms. Usually the specialists had great rooms. They had a lot of time, and they would decorate their rooms. They'd have good TV, video games, comfortable chairs. They knew how to do training camp.
Was Andrew Luck just locked up reading the whole time in his dorm?
Probably. But we like
prison.
You like when your franchise quarterback's locked and loaded. Plus, he was fighting that war, right? What was the war? He had to write his letters to his mom and his grandmother.
Oh, do you know? Have you ever met? Did he let you in on the intel of who that guy is? Captain Andrew.
Well, I don't. It's kind of like knowing who Blue is, the Colts mascot, or Blitz, the Seahawks mascot. It's supposed to be a big secret,
Blitz. Wow, what a sick name, Blitz.
Good
I didn't
name.
realize that's the Seahawks mascot name. That's fire.
Yeah,
Hey.
epic mascot. He's one of the best.
So you
Besides
played,
Joey.
yeah, the Indiana mascot. You played. Were you with Andy Reid in the final year at Green Bay? Was that his last year? Your first year?
Yeah. So it's funny. Like I tell people, I wasn't invited to the NFL Combine. I was kind of upset about it. My agent, this guy named Andrew Brandt, I was like, oh, Andrew, I don't know. Maybe I should just give up the dream about playing in the NFL. Wasn't invited to the Combine. He's like, no, that's crazy. We'll have a pro day and we'll invite all 32 teams to Boston College for your pro day. And I was like, oh, yeah, my bad. Great idea. So we do that, and only one team comes to that pro day to see me work out. It was Andy Reid, the quarterback coach of the Packers. And it was a blizzard that day. So maybe that's why people didn't show up. That's what I'd like to tell myself. But Andy says to me, Boston College did not have an indoor facility at the time. And Andy was like, all right, you want to go outside and throw in the snow? And I was like, yeah, let's go. And he's like, I don't want to go out there. But I coach in Green Bay. I needed to know that you would have been willing to go out there and throw in the snow. I was like, that's kind of how it started. And it was great. We had a great visit. And I got drafted to the Green Bay Packers, and really, I feel super indebted to Andy Reid and to Mike Holmgren and to Ron Wolf and all the people that gave me a chance.
So you played for Andy Reid and Mike Holmgren. Are they the same guy? Did you ever see them in the same room together?
They're very similar. They're very, very similar. No, and Mike Holmgren, I think, is one of the most underrated coaches, play callers of all time. Like, the guy was amazing. The success that he had in San Francisco with Joe Montana and Steve Young, and then with Brett Favre, and then what he did in Seattle, it just was really incredible. And people are like, "Oh, you played in Green Bay." And it's like, well, I was the starting holder for field goals and kickers in Green Bay.
There we go.
Nice. It's more accurate would be, you were allowed to be in the quarterback room when Mike Holmgren and Andy Reid were coaching Brett Favre. Like, that's a more accurate. You were allowed to be there. Now, I wasn't allowed to talk, but the backup quarterbacks that year were Doug Peterson and Rick Meyer. And so I would write down all the questions that I would ask if I was allowed to talk in the meeting. Mike Holmgren and Andy Reid are talking to Brett Favre. I would write down the questions. What does this mean? What does that mean? And on the walk from the quarterback room to the locker room, I would ask Doug Peterson or Rick Meyer, like, hey, what do they mean when they say this? What do they mean when they say cover 4? Be like, that's just cover 3 to the weak side. Like, oh, okay. Little stuff like that. It was crazy there, though. We called like cover 2, everyone knows what Tampa 2 is, cover 2. They called cover 2 cover 9. It was like this secret language. They called cover 1 cover 2. It was like calling this red and it's black, and it's calling like this blue and it's red. And it was just like a total mind cluster. But so having those veteran quarterbacks to kind of be Duolingo for me and translate it was incredibly helpful.
Were you friends with Brett Favre? Like, were you guys boys?
I would have said yes. I don't know what he would say. And how I knew we were really good friends is, like, sometimes he would say, "Hey, go fill my truck up with gas," and I'd do it. Like, that's what friends do. You know what I mean? Like,
The most Brett Favre question. Yeah. While he's wearing Wrangler jeans, hey, can you fill up my pickup? Like, what?
I mean, he was very authentic. Like, if he did an endorsement deal, it always felt real. A lot of guys I played with, even myself, sometimes you do an endorsement deal and it's like, is that really your favorite?
Sure.
Really a Mountain Dew guy? Really?
Reggie Bush with Wendy's? Like, bro, you never had Wendy's.
Yeah, I've seen Reggie Bush like in a bathing suit. I doubt it was Wendy's. Although I can't hate on a Frosty. I love a Frosty. Chocolate Frosty.
That's true. even Benny Polizzi has a cheat day. That's fair.
Chocolate Frosty is up there though. You're right.
Do you do the fries in it, Matt, or do you just do the
No,
the
I'm a purist. I'm a purist. You know, I'm like black coffee, no fries in my Frosty. Just you know, that's me.
No frills, baby. It's what we like.
That's what it's all about. Cerebral. That's what they call Matt Hasselbeck, is cerebral, both on and off the field. You mentioned that you went to Boston College, obviously. We do this thing on this show where we kind of like assign different football teams or schools to just various things that we think are kind of the parallel to them. If you had to pick one restaurant that's a chain restaurant, what would New Balance be of that? What's the New Balance of chain restaurants?
What's the New Balance?
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. My bad. I'm thinking of all the different tie-ins. New Balance, Boston College.
I like New Balance. I'm a New Balance fan. New Balance is sponsored at Boston College.
Frills.
What's the chain restaurant? Boston College. What's that?
Legal Seafood, maybe? What do you think about that?
I don't even know if I know that one.
I don't know either.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. You don't know anything about it. You sleep on it. But they got great lobster. They got great clam chowder. You sleep on it.
They'll sneak up.
Meanwhile, you got Doug Flutie, you got Matt Ryan, you got Luke Kuechly. You got some ballers. You got some guys with NFL accolades, and you got a lot of first round picks. But you sleep on it. Legal Seafood, no frills, right out of the ocean, fresh.
Sounds like it's kind of got a geographic tie, like a regional tie out there.
Oh, you led me there with New Balance. I don't know if you know, New Balance's headquarters are right there in Boston. They've got an incredible track called the Track at New Balance. The Davis family, I believe it's Jim Davis, BC alum, owns New Balance. So you kind of went with that local flavor. And so, I'm going Legal Seafood.
I was going to say Boston Market. Do they have Boston Market in Boston, or is that just like a thing that's,
Boston Market was one of my favorite places to eat when I played for the Green Bay Packers. Yeah. But it kind of reminded me of like a Kenny Rogers roaster. Remember those places or whatever it was called? Kenny I don't know if you remember that, but Boston Market not really being a Boston thing reminds me of my first time ever playing at AT&T Stadium against the Cowboys. So you're in AT&T Stadium in Dallas playing the Cowboys, and I have an AT&T phone, very loyal AT&T person, and no cell phone reception in the visiting team locker room. At AT&T Stadium. Like, what are we doing? Huh?
That's just some of Jerry's tricks right there. He's got that dialed up where you get none of that. He's trying to piss you guys off.
It worked. It definitely worked.
Have you gotten a chance to catch your former teammate Pat McAfee's album? Do you have any album thoughts from Pat McAfee?
Yeah, I'm really pleasantly surprised. And the funny thing is I clicked on it. I clicked on the link because I thought I was downloading or listening to his audiobook, which I also was like super surprised by because he's wrote a book. And the funny thing is, like, when Pat and I were teammates, and everyone knows Pat, he's like super talented, super funny, he's really smart, but he would always joke that he had never read a book. Like, he's like, I've never read a book. Like, never in my life have I read a book. And now here's the guy that claims he never read a book, has now written a book. Like, he's published. It's like, find me another. You gotta go back a long way in history to find somebody that has wrote a book before they read a book. But I think he made a good point. Once upon a time, he had read so many tweets that it like equaled a lot of reading and reading a book. So, I was. I think. I was pleasantly surprised with his music. Yes.
Benny?
I've got a random one here. Been thinking about this for a while. Thought I'd ask you. No frills guy. See your answer. If you could pick any animal to return a punt, what are you picking?
Kind of like the Bengal tiger, but I didn't put much thought into that.
Yeah, that's way too quick. He's thinking about it.
I mean, it's strong, it's powerful.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Anybody who's a dad would kind of like understand this. You do bedtime stories at night, like you read to your kids, and
yes, I do.
I would do that. I was 40 years old my last year playing in the NFL, and so like a lot of like the end of my career was like reading bedtime stories. I'm exhausted. Like we're going to bed at like 7:00, 7:30, like. I'm falling asleep before the kids. The kids are like, Dad, wake up, and like, so I would want to turn the lights off and like just kind of make up my own stories, pretend I was reading the book. And I would tell stories about like my son loved this story. I would tell a story about the Cleveland Browns playing the Cincinnati Bengals, and they had very similar helmets. They had very similar helmets. The Browns were you know what it is. And then the Bengals just said like Bengals on the side. It was kind of lame. And the Bengals were getting smoked by the Browns. And then they go in at halftime. Then the Bengal Tiger mascot came out and they got the Bengal stripes on their helmet. And then I went into this elaborate story about how like the Bengal Tigers were the best team in football, blah, blah, blah. I oversold it. Like I oversold it to the point that while I was playing in the NFL, my son was a Bengals fan, not a Seahawks fan. So much that he was like, Dad, if the Bengals ever go to the Super Bowl, can you promise me that you'll take me to the Super Bowl? And I was like, sure. Like, that's not going to happen. Well, then along Zach Taylor, Joe Burrow, and they go to the Super Bowl. And here he is. He's like, hey, we're going to the Super Bowl, right? I'm like, okay. All right, we'll go. I'll find a way. So, yeah, that's why my answer is a Bengal Tiger. I feel like
that's pretty good.
You get the Bengal Tiger out in open field. Just give him one hole, one seam, and that those four balls can move.
Who would you guys pick? I mean, I feel like it's a good answer.
Weirdly, I feel like an ostrich could really take it up the sideline. I don't know why. I can just see it. Nobody's catching that.
An ostrich reminds me of like a quarterback scrambling. Like I know it's fast.
It's like off balance.
But it's awkward. Mike Holmgren, when he would get mad at me for scrambling and not sliding, he would say, you run like a giraffe on ice. I'm like, all right. Just so I don't have to hear that anymore.
That's a deep cut.
I'll just slide. Yeah.
Matt, you got any interest in getting in the booth? I know you did Sunday NFL Countdown, and I see you on the herd all the time. You got any analysts, play-by-play, commentating?
I've called a few games. One year, I think it was 2019. It was Adam Amin, myself, Pat McAfee, and Molly McGrath. We were the team. We did Thursday night college football. It was so much fun.
I think I remember that.
An absolute blast. But you're a little bit in the witness protection program doing Thursday college football because everyone's watching Thursday NFL football, And so we had a blast and probably made a lot of mistakes and no one even watched it, but it was like so much fun. The issue for me is that my kids play sports, and especially like my son playing college football right now, like Saturdays are sacred. And so like, I'm not sure if that kind of a job fits the family schedule, but who knows? Like I heard now that they do like the production meetings on Zoom, and maybe you could get creative with like the scheduling. So it would be really fun. But for me, I think just having the opportunity to see your kids play, I don't know, that's priority number one.
So are you still coaching high school football?
Yeah, so that's the other thing. I've been coaching high school football for the last 4 years, and I coached my son in Boston for 2 years, and then I've been coaching in Nashville, Tennessee the last 2 years with my brother, who's the head coach. I was coaching my nephew, who moved on to the University of Wyoming, and I've got another nephew who's going to be playing quarterback there this year. And so that's been super fun. But that's, again, like the dilemma right now is my son's at App State, so getting to beautiful Boone, North Carolina for a 12 p.m. kickoff, plus a little tailgate. Is that compatible with a Friday night football schedule when your league is Nashville, Knoxville, Memphis, Chattanooga? It's serious football here. Like it would almost be more family friendly to be coaching like in the European Football League, like Paris Musketeers versus Nordic, than it would be to try to do a Friday, Saturday back to back.
You guys kind of have a little powerhouse of middle-aged football power players in Nashville right now. I feel like you got your brother, you got Trent Dilfer, you got Kirk Herbstreit. What's going on? What's in the water?
The list doesn't stop there. Well, it's just Tennessee's a great place to live. A lot of us discovered Tennessee, I guess rediscovered. For me, I played for the Titans for 2 years, but we rediscovered Tennessee during COVID. We were in Massachusetts canceled football in the fall during COVID. Our conference offered yoga on Wednesday, socially distanced, once a week as a replacement to football. And, other places around the country were living life. They were kind of following the model that college football and the NFL had sort of, they led the way on, and they played a season and they had school and they lived life. And so we were one of the families that said we would like to be creative and find solutions and go live life. And we came to Tennessee here, and it was incredible. It was like, yeah, this is a great place, very common sense oriented, and I'm all about common sense.
So nice. You said you coach high school football now. You think you'd ever coach college football?
No, I'm not against it, but what would be easier for me is to coach NFL football than college football. The hash marks,
great.
like people don't. It's a weird thing.
True.
Like, the hash marks are just so different. The game is different. I don't know. Think about it. When I was in college was a long time ago. Like Tom Coughlin was my college coach my first year. So it's been a long time. I'm not that far removed to the NFL. I still to this day have a lot of people that I was teammates with or was coached by or that I mentored that are now coaches in the NFL, and they'll call me for questions. So like, I don't have much expertise in many things. I don't think I would say I have expertise in college football, but I do feel like I have a lot to offer in the NFL in that world. So I don't know a lot, but that is something that I do think I know about.
I want to hear your expertise on this. You see my hat. You talked about it earlier. I'm still over the moon about Drew Aller's preseason debut. I'm fired up with Mike McCarthy, Drew Aller. So from Matt Hasselbeck, the cerebral, the 3-time Pro Bowler's perspective, what did you see? What is going to be key for the McCarthy-Drew Aller relationship so that he is the 15-year franchise quarterback that I'm hoping?
Well, I see a lot of similarities in my story and his story. I really do. I mean, my second year, Mike McCarthy was my quarterback coach, and we grinded. We grinded, and he made me better from the ground up. Footwork first. I learned a lot from being around Brett Favre. I think Drew's going to learn a lot from being around Aaron Rodgers, all the intangible leadership type things. It's obviously a great organization. I had the same thing with the Packers. The standard is known. It's not like some of these other organizations that, they talk about the Super Bowl, but they're not serious about it. But also like his college career wasn't that impressive. Like he was injured his last year, his coach gets fired, some of that, I'm sure people blamed on him. And, my college career was similar. I threw more interceptions than touchdowns in college. I rushed for like negative 188 yards in my college career. Like it was like really not great. I was a big recruit, but they didn't make it happen. And one coach saw something in me, and that was Andy Reid. I think in a similar way, Mike McCarthy looks at Drew and he says, that's a first grade talent. I see first grade talent in that guy. Because when he got drafted, I think in the third round, people around the league were like, what? Third round? Like, turn on the tape. This guy didn't have a great senior season or last season. But I just think that's what separates the certain coaches from other coaches in the NFL. Some people know what they're looking for in a quarterback. I mentioned like Andy Reid was the only guy that came to my pro day. I feel bad saying that sometimes because Sean Payton came to have lunch with me. He couldn't make my pro day, and he came to have lunch with me, and he basically was the quarterback coach for the Philadelphia Eagles at the time, and he was like, hey, I have no juice. They don't let me draft anybody, but like if I could, I would draft you. And like you're probably not going to get drafted. You haven't had a good year. You haven't had a good college career, but I would love to sign you as a free agent. I would love to work with you. I really think I could make you a good player. So like that is what I think I see in Mike McCarthy when he sees this quarterback at Penn State that everyone wanted to throw under the bus. And clearly it's just, it's early in the preseason, but pretty strong start.
Benny, what you got? I got a couple rapid fires before we get Matt out of
Go
here.
ahead. No, let's hear it.
Okay. Real quick. Favorite indie restaurant? Indianapolis.
La Piedad is a deep cut. La Piedad in Broad Ripple.
There we go. Now we're talking.
Whoa.
I think Andrew Luck probably showed you that, right?
No, Andrew liked, what did he like? Shoot.
It's in Fountain Square.
Milk Tooth. He liked Milk Tooth.
Oh, I've been there.
Siam Square and Fountain Square. I remember that. Okay. Favorite Seahawk uniform combo from any generation?
The Mike Holmgren era. Like when they go throwbacks to the AFC West, I wore those too. Okay, they're cool. I like them. But like we need to bring back the Sean Alexander, Mike Holmgren, Low Foot to Tupu. Like what are we doing? Come on.
That's what I'm talking
We're waiting.
about.
Mitchell and Ness. We're waiting. Let's go.
Dude knows.
Nothing against Jadarian Price. I love him, but I wouldn't mind seeing an old school number 8 with the different last name on the back. Let's do it. Let's get it done.
The 3 different greens. Yeah, I'm with you. All right. Receiver you'd want to throw to today and play caller you'd want to have calling the play.
Ooh, Jamar Chase, Sean McVay. How's that?
Pretty solid. The last 2 here. AFC or NFC? You played in both conferences. You know the vibe of both conferences. Okay, so I'm going to toss something out. I want you to tell us if it's AFC or NFC.
Okay.
Netflix.
CFL.
Okay. Colin Cowherd.
Oh, NFC.
Why? Sorry, I gotta know.
Yeah, why?
He's West Coast. He's West Coast. I know he's West Coast or Chicago. So he's
Chicago.
LA and he's Chicago. And so I think he lived in Vegas for a while too. But like he's West Coast, different time zone. You know, that's NFC to me.
Perfect. All right.
Hold up. Boston.
Go.
Boston College, AFC or NFC?
I'm going to say, wow, really always thought of us as NFC. We've been AFC lately, though. You know, you got Bill O'Brien, former Houston Texans head coach, former Patriots head coach. So it's definitely got like a junior Patriots feel.
Yeah.
To it. I think you'll find Boston College is run very similarly to how the Patriots are run. So I'll go AFC.
Matt, thanks so much for the time, man. It's great hopping on, getting to talk in person. I told you I tried to stop you at the Super Bowl last year, but you had a bunch of people pulling you a bunch of different directions. So good to talk to you. I wanted to real quick, if you wanted to talk about the CTE studies and what you're doing right now and
man, thank you. It's diagnosecte.org. And what it is, it's a study that's open to anybody that's 50 years or older that played college football or more. And so basically you cannot diagnose CTE until you're dead. And you can't know if you have CTE until you're dead. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to get people to sign up to be volunteers for this study that we can maybe diagnose CTE while you're still living. And then also not only diagnose it, but differentiate it from different forms of, dementias, Alzheimer's, CTE, like whatever they might be, so that we can find a cure for those things as well. So it's a 2-day study that for anybody that's eligible, 50 years or older, that played college football or more. And where we're actually kind of lacking is in people that just played college football and didn't play beyond college. So we've got a lot of volunteers. I've pledged my brain to science upon my death. You don't have to do that. That's a separate thing. But we're trying to get some healthy brains, quote unquote, healthy brains, to be a part of these studies. So we're not just studying people that are symptomatic. We're studying, people that are asymptomatic, and hopefully we can find a cure, make the game safer, make youth sports safer, find out, is it more dangerous to, play offensive line, or is it wide receiver? Is it a bunch of little hits, or is it 3 monster hits in a game? And how does that correlate to other sports and other things? So it's a great website. Check it out. And if you know anybody, recommend it to them. And we're going to try to, make the game safe.
That's Ben's dad. He was a college football player back in the day, middle linebacker. So
well, he'd be great. Benny, let's go.
I might do it too. Oh my god!
Yeah, he played college football. Jeez.
Well, you're probably not 50 though. You
put me on the list.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's close.
Yeah.
Next year,
70. I'm 70.
But I will say, and for anybody that's like maybe they are not 50, and maybe they are having some issues, because that happens. Like when I did this study, I had a lot of teammates that I played with that are younger than me reach out and be like, hey man, I'm a little bit concerned. Could you point me in the right direction? This study, it's out of Boston University, but there's five sites all around the country. They can point you in the right direction if you're feeling like, hey, I might have an issue and I'm not yet of age.
Matt, thank you so much, man. Super important stuff. Awesome to see you put so much time and effort into that. So thank you so much for the time, man, and hope to talk to you again soon. Good luck this football season.
Hold up, one more thing. Real quick. If you had to pick favorite Pop-Tart, go.
Ooh.
Come on.
I like them like no sprinkles. It's been a while, but I'm going to go strawberry with like the vanilla on top with like no frosted or whatever. And this is a hot take. Like if you're ever having a Pop-Tart, you're probably in a hurry. Like it doesn't even need to be toasted. Like I would prefer it toasted, but it doesn't need to be. So
no frills.
Hasselbeck. No frills Hasselbeck. There he goes. Thanks, buddy. Talk soon.
Thank you guys. See ya.
See ya, man. Matt Hasselbeck once again. Oh yeah.
Hat gang. He knows it's a hat podcast.
Cool backdrop. Really was digging that.
God, yeah, acting like it wasn't a big deal at all. Yeah, it's just a couple things. Just threw it up back there.
We just moved. We just finished moving. Coolest backdrop ever. It's like, oh, you do TV.
Is that a green screen? Hey, fake backdrop? Maddie, MH, fake backdrop?
MH, fake. TVnewsguys@gmail.com. Clubhouse Conspiracies. Matt Hasselbeck doesn't have a real backdrop. Not working from home. We don't know where he's working from. TVnewsguys@gmail.com. Let's get into it a little bit. We got quite a few here, so we'll try to get to as many as we can. Appreciate you. We do. From Jake, NFL Red Zone reruns. These guys, long-time listener, first-time emailer. There have been a handful of times over the years where my buddies and I are flipping through channels, and at some point somebody asks, why isn't Red Zone playing reruns on a 24-hour loop when it isn't live? It seems like such a simple idea that NFL Red Zone would benefit from it if they had it on their platform for free. Who isn't signing up for Red Zone after watching it at the end of an early slate in Week 9 of 2012 that included simultaneous game-winning drives by Josh Freeman and Matt Schaub? Wondering if others in the clubhouse would have also discussed this topic at length, and if it did exist, which NFL season would be the best to rewatch? Ooh. Also thought it was worth mentioning that every time you bring up Joe King, I think of Joey King, who played basketball at Drake and the Gophers in the early to mid 2010s. 99% sure that they aren't the same guy, but I can almost guarantee other listeners in Iowa and Minnesota have the same thought. Thanks for making Tuesdays more bearable, discussing memories it seems like everyone has universally. Not a reminiscent pod. Smack my ass with my Toby Gerhardt Vikings jersey. Sent from my pay-per-minute track phone.
TRAKFONE.
Jake from Minnesota.
What
Get the Gophers chicken in. Yeah, man. It's a pretty good...
Joe King, Joey King, same guy. Kiss already. Yeah, pretty good question. Best NFL season of all time?
That you'd want to rewatch if Red Zone was going. So it's a good observation of, yeah, you'd think... I guess that maybe makes it less...
They should be playing games 24/7 on Red Zone.
Right, but that's kind of like what makes Red Zone special is that it's just that 1 o'clock to 8 o'clock window for 17 Sundays of the year, and then it's just that screen, that waiting screen.
Oh, so right now if I hit up Red Zone, it'd be the same screen you see
I'm pretty sure
on Tuesday morning or something during football season. It's like loading, waiting. Yeah, that's true. That is kind of cool.
Because that's
like when it activates, you're like, oh, hold up. We're going. We're going.
Right.
The Octobox.
Speaking of Red Zone, could be hearing more about that on this show at some point. Yeah, gosh. So you go a few ways with this because I think that there's obviously a lot of memorable seasons, but then you have the seasons that your team does especially well. Then you're like, oh yeah, I want to rewatch that.
A little sentimental. You know? Like you're a little biased towards your favorite NFL season of all time, you know, because there's something in there for you.
Mm-hmm.
What's yours?
05 or 08. It's hard to. The 05 playoff run was so special and memorable and meaningful. But 08 was like a better all around year. A little less ups and downs. You know?
That's Steelers Cardinals Super Bowl.
Yeah, 08, yeah, and February of 09, Steelers Cardinals. You know, the Steelers were
bro, that Super Bowl was different than every Super Bowl for some reason. Why does it feel like that?
Super Bowl.
It was, but it just felt like there were so many icons on the field at one time.
Yeah.
And there's something about the camera angle was lower. I was like, am I at the game?
Tampa has a great Super Bowl. I love when Super Bowl's in Tampa.
God, it looks like so much fun, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The end zone and the people, everybody's so happy. Hey, every year, Tampa.
Yeah. I love watching it visually. Tampa, New Orleans, probably. It's really tough to beat that as a host. Like when we were down there for the New Orleans one, that was sick. I was like, this is pretty perfect. Pretty good, mild weather. Everything is right on top of each other. You're just living in like a Super Bowl village. Indianapolis, obviously not a local pod, but that, you know, it's tough being in early to mid-February, obviously with the weather, but we're just like New Orleans where it's just bang, everything. You're going to a Pacers game and then you're walking 3 blocks to a party on your way to Lucas Oil for I
wonder what the worst Super Bowl like destination is, where it's like, it's kind of inconvenient, Have you ever experienced that? I mean, I know you haven't been to every Super Bowl in the world.
The thing, that's what's interesting is that, like, you think about Arizona and Miami, right? Great weather, great destination spots to go in February. They're, it's perfect for that. Everybody wants to go there because of the weather and because it's nice. But for the sake of everything being easy for Miami and Arizona is not it. Everything in Miami is 30 minutes away from each other. Arizona, the stadium, and everything's out there. San Fran was cool. Because they were like, yeah, we know the stadium's in Santa Clara and that's where the game's played. But San Francisco is the Super Bowl celebration. Like, that's where the celebration station, that's where the media center was. That's where all the parties and all the activations and the events and everything was downtown San Fran. So that was cool. And I really enjoyed that. We had somebody message these guys LOL talking about, because it was when we posted about how Super Bowl 38, 36, Super Bowl 37, how that was the brightest Super Bowl ever. Bucks, Raiders.
Oh my God. What? I'm like, how can they see?
Right.
The sun beating on Brad Johnson's face. I was like, oh my God, this is a 1 p.m. kickoff.
Right. And they had, in the email, they said, or not in the email, in the message, it was like, bring back daytime Super Bowls. And I was thinking, I was like, should we get the Super Bowl back at the Rose Bowl?
That's a great spot for it, but I don't like bright Super Bowls.
Yeah.
It just throws me off. Why are you playing right now?
Yeah. I don't like bright Super Bowls, but I wouldn't be opposed to a Super Bowl being back at the Rose Bowl.
Was that the last one? Or when was the last one?
Last one was probably in the early 90s. I think it was Cowboys Bills.
So Super Bowl. Such a weird Super Bowl.
I'm pretty sure that's where Michael Jackson performed at halftime.
Whoa.
Yeah. But here, I think my answer. Oh God, this is tough. Because you have also a factor too of not only your team doing well, so you have more fond memories, but then what point in your life were you? Yeah. I think my answer, I would rewatch. I would have the 2011 season.
Why is that?
It was my senior year of high school. The Steelers were still pretty good, like made the playoffs. But I just remember every week, like me and DJ Dylon and my dad and my mom and like whoever else, a couple of buddies would come over and we would just literally 1 o'clock kick through Sunday Night Football, just NFL all day, get Pizza King and shit. And like, that was a good NFL year. Like the 49ers were coming back and really good with Jim Harbaugh. The Lions were randomly really good and made the playoffs finally. It was that weird year where the Colts didn't have Peyton Manning. So that was like, what the hell is going on? You got one? I'm interested as someone who's not like a real, diehard fan of a team, if there's a season that stands out.
Just when I was watching a lot of football, I want to say like the halftime show when Justin Timberlake did the Janet Jackson thing. Like, that's just so like NFL season to me. And it was just like when the Reebok era, like it just seemed so NFL that whole year. Like, yeah, I was locked in. I felt like everybody was watching. Like, obviously the Colts were good, so the energy around like where I'm from, or like where we're from, is good. Not a local pod, but I don't know. That one felt good to me.
That was 2003.
Patriots and who was in that Super Bowl? Panthers. It's so Super Bowl.
Jake Delhomme just fucking winging it.
Yeah, Moose. Ricky Prohl kind of popped off. Hey, I wouldn't forget.
Jake Delhomme had a game. That game.
They were like
he was
coming
putting
back
up
too a little bit.
numbers. Yeah. I think he threw a touchdown to Ricky Prohl to give him the lead with like a minute and 10 left.
Ooh. Keep pounding.
That was like his third of the day.
Keep pounding.
Delhomme, man.
That's what I was saying.
Fun question there, Jake. Yeah, I'd be 2011 for sure. From Jacob, Brent Grimes and Cortland Finnegan, same guy. Hey guys, another Jake from Minnesota, not a Midwestern podcast. Y'all are awesome. Please never change. I love when you guys talk about which NFL teams fit each NFL Sunday slate. I thought of a few that would fit the bill while also considering the year and players on the teams. Noon 2010 season, Packers at Bears. I could see it being at Lambeau, but then we're talking potential SNF. Fox, Joe Buck, and Troy Aikman. Prime Bears defense going against Aaron Rodgers. Jay Cutler throws a costly interception. So he's on Central Time here. 3:25, 2007 season, Chargers at Patriots. CBS, Jim Nance and Phil Simms. Camera shows Philip Rivers warming up. Can see his breath in the cold Foxborough air. Then they zoom in on LT. It is all his black visor, followed by a clip of Tom Brady throwing a football. The NFL tries to hype up the town on San Diego's side, but the seasoned NFL fan knows it's inevitable the Pats win in a cold, ugly slugfest.
So true.
Then Sunday Night Football, 2009 season, Giants at Cowboys, of course. NBC, Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth. Could honestly be Cowboys at home. Fill in the blank. But Eli is so Sunday Night Football, not as much as Miles Austin. These games are fun because they can go either way. There's a scenario where Romo and the Cowboys roll on offense and win a high-scoring game, or he throws 4 interceptions and gets booed off the field. Monday night is too many possibilities, but for some reason, Dolphins and Steelers comes to mind.
Yeah, dude. I love that matchup. I was always, because like the color, like the uniform
the
matchup
clash
was good too. Yep.
Yeah. That'd probably be ESPN, early days of Mike Tirico and John Gruden, man.
They're playing in Miami too.
It's always freaky when Steelers play in Miami.
I don't. It doesn't feel right. I'm like, can they even go out there? Like, are they allowed to go out there?
Jake says, love listening to you guys. Keep up the good work. Smack my ass with the helmet Cortland Finnegan was wearing before it was ripped off by Andre Johnson. P.S. Station now about to bring Grimes for one-handed interception off Matt Stafford intended for Calvin Johnson.
Slept on pick.
Bro sent the score bugs too.
Hold on. 1 sec.
Speaking of that, what are we thinking about the score bug, Monday Night Football score bug that they got rolled out? I thought it looked pretty solid.
What did it look like?
Pretty plain. But like I thought the colors popped. Logos were pretty big. It's a nice balanced bar. It wasn't too skinny or I was feeling it.
I'm trying to make sure this. Yeah.
What's the situation?
Who played on Monday night? Like this past
Texans Raiders.
Maybe I'm looking at the wrong score bug. How did I not know?
It wasn't. They played on Thursday night, but the game was on ESPN, so they rolled out the graphics for it.
If it's the one I'm looking at,
it's
looks
no go.
Really good. No, it looks really good. Station no best score bug talk. It goes all the way across the bottom. I might be tripping. I don't know.
No.
I'm not gonna keep searching on my phone.
Don't worry about it. But you'll see it obviously soon enough. This is from shit. Yeah, I mean you nailed that pretty much, Jacob. It's always so funny to me, how like Central Time folks are just still noon, just noon 3:25. Because it's so ingrained in my head of 4:25 being Eastern time zone.
Eastern time zone is the time zone.
I think Central.
Really? I mean, it seems like it, but no.
I think Central is the best one. I know what you're saying. Everything runs off of Eastern.
Yeah. It's like the home base of time zones.
7 Central.
Pacific is so weird.
Hey, did you just figure that out like 2 years ago when they say it on TV?
Just figured
that out. An all new
Big
Big Bang Theory, 7 Central on CBS.
Still a little confusing. I'm like, when you have to get 3 people on like a Zoom call and they're in 3 different time zones. I'm like, dog, like this is why we went to math, because this is insane to do this.
That's what happened with us with Hasselbeck.
I had to recheck my phone like 4 times. You text me, you're like, yo. I was like, oh my God. They're recording right now and I'm at LA Fitness. I had a mental breakdown.
I was ET, he was CT, and you were PT. Pretty fitting. Pretty fitting, I would say. God, Giants, Cowboys. Sunday Night Football every week.
So NFC. So Old Testament. So Old Testament football.
That's our next. What we branch out to next. Not AFC or NFC. You Old Testament, New Testament.
Yeah. Hey, McDonald's, Burger King.
McDonald's, New Testament.
Yeah. I don't know. They've been around for a while. Have they been around longer than Burger King?
Yeah, I think. Old Testament to me though is NFC.
Yeah, I know, but I'm like thinking of it like a little different now.
You know, the Bears are Old Testament.
Oh my God, dude. The most Genesis ass Bears, dude.
The Monsters of the Midway have a chapter in the Old Testament.
Ditka 2, chapters 6 through 9. Nathan Vasher is like a disciple and like all that. That'd be so fun. Somebody write a Bears Bible verse, please.
A reading from the book of Ditka.
So Old Testament, man. How New Testament are the Carolina Panthers, though, dude? Oh my God. Jaguars, so New Testament. It's like expansion teams.
Panthers, yeah. I mean, they're like Psalms pretty much, you know? It's just light, easy reading, good stuff. Give me more Psalms. This is from Front Row Austin, the older neighbor kid.
Oh.
Did you guys ever have that friend growing up that was only a year older than you, but in terms of life experience and exposure seemed 10 years older than you? When I was 9, my neighbor friend, wish I had the stones to hometown name drop him, was the one that showed me paintball guns, fireworks, GTA, and more. One day he asked me if I wanted to see jugs. Of course I did. We were home alone in his basement and he pulled it up on his computer. While sitting side by side scrolling along, we heard a voice right behind us. What are you looking at? It was his 80-year-old grandma. We thought she was bedridden and she never came out of her basement bedroom anytime I had ever been there before. My friend yanked the entire computer tower off the desk and I sprinted upstairs and back across the street to my house. Ooh. We continued to hang out, but I don't think we ever rehashed that day after the fact. You boys have any stories about your first time looking that up? You might have to rack your brain. Jeez.
Sky.
Front Row Austin gets it, man.
FRA.
He just gets it. Holy cow. Sorry. Oh, dude. Yeah.
Down the wrong pipe. Oh, God, come on.
The neighbor kids. Yeah. The neighbor friendship is a very particular and interesting relationship in your life.
It's so temporary.
Yes.
Like, am I ever going to see this guy again? Like, I shouldn't be here. You always feel like you're in trouble. Neighbor, or like your friend in the neighborhood's older brother, too.
Yes.
Why is he so much older than you? I'm like, God, this guy's like 25. Like, he's so old.
Everybody also had that neighbor, maybe not a next door neighbor, but the kid in the neighborhood that was like Sid from Toy Story.
Yeah, all of them. They're so scary. I'm like, why do they know so much more than me?
Everybody had the scary neighbor. You had the older neighbor that kind of like hooked you up, still scared of him. But then you had the scary neighbor. Oh, man.
He was in 8th grade. You're like...
Don't want his bike rolling by when I'm out, playing catch with my actual neighbor friend.
Yeah, you accidentally become too good of friends with him. And he's like kind of the bad kid. Like wearing like a tank, highlights in his hair, a little taller, kind of look a boxer sticking out a little bit. Hey, your parents are like, I don't know if I'd hang around that kid. You become friends with him a little bit too hard. He thinks you're boys. He comes up to your house, rings your doorbell. Your parents are like, "What'd we say?" You're like, "Dude just snitched on me." Right, it happened to me one time. I was like, "Dog, we're not like that. Like we're not boys like that." Like one little like good vibe moment. Like we shared a laugh. Now you're ringing my doorbell. What kind of world do you live in?
Yeah, that kid always knew where all the creeks and shit were by the woods.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have like a dead animal back there, huh?
There's like 3 dead raccoons and he's smoking a cigarette by the creek. I'm not hanging out with Robert anymore.
No, he goes by Robbie. That's so Robbie.
Robbie. Hey, but like had the weird house in your neighborhood too. Like, like you come from I was in a neighborhood that like all the houses were like, you know, there's like 10 different models and it's like, okay, there's like a pattern here. Like I see like the same built, like, and his house was like super not like any of the other houses in the neighborhood. I'm like, dude, that's just like the bad kid's house, bro. Yeah. It was like a darker shade on the siding. Yep. I was just like, why is there always a storm cloud over the top of Robbie's house?
Yeah. Lawn always a little messy.
Yeah, dad never home. Hey, where's your dad? Never asked.
The pit in your stomach, man. When he was always like really into trying to get you to come over to his house.
I was so scared to go in there. Yeah. I was like, I cannot. Like I might die.
The things that you would make up, you know, and just like kind of panic. I remember multiple times that happened to me with my scary neighbor friend. And I would just have to like, I think one time I literally just like faked that I thought I heard my mom yelling for me or something and just like ran.
You just run home.
Yeah.
Nobody's catching you either. He's got a weird dog. I'm like, what if that dog bit me? Like, what am I going to tell my mom? Like, where was I? Like, I'm tracing back. That's where overthinking started at your weird neighbor friend's house. You're like, I can't be here.
Yeah.
Had pegs on his bike. I was like, uh-oh.
Would ghost ride his bike into shit in the neighborhood? Do you remember ghost riding? Well, he knew how to do that, but then also he would like
hop off his bike and it kept going?
And fucking let it go and just like ram it into the neighbor's yard decorations.
Yeah, into your mailbox. You're like,
Robbie, dude.
My parents already hate you. Like, imagine if my dad even knew about you, Robbie. You're like, you're lucky he doesn't come home during the day. Jesus Christ.
You're definitely not going to the same high school as him, you know?
No. Oh my God. Robbie's so going to the public school. Like, it's insane. Hey, so public school, he rides the bus. You're like, wow, you're so part of the public school system. It's insane. Already has a job. Man. You're like, what?
Yeah, and like you have that weird mix too when you have some of your actual homies over and you end up playing outside, hanging outside, and then Robbie like comes around and you have this meeting of the worlds.
I never liked that.
You kind of feel for Robbie because he's just so on the outside because your friends are not messing with Robbie.
No. Robbie still kind of thinks he's hot shit, bro, but your friends just don't play those games. Like, we're going to hold it down for the boy. Like, if we're playing a football game against, like, some neighborhood kids and Robbie's on the other team, like, we're going at Robbie. Like, Robbie's going to end up having a bloody nose because we got Joe King. Joe King turns touch football into tackle football real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's breaking their leg.
Because, you know, there's chirping, kind of, you know, there's a little bit of jabs because it's from the different worlds, you know. And it doesn't sit well with your friends. And you're like, man, I realize the situation here because I go to school with these guys every day. You know, I can't be siding too much with you, Robbie.
Yeah.
I feel bad. I don't want to be a dick.
Like, know your place, you know.
Oh, then it comes time. Hey, mom pulls up with the pizza that we're having in your house for your sleepover.
Now you figure out if you're friends or not. How good of friends are we, Robbie? You coming in for pizza? That's insane.
I was always just like, don't do that.
What do you mean? With your mom?
No, with Robbie. I'm like, this is where the line is drawn, and you're not.
Oh yeah, you got to know better.
Yeah, I think we're it's dinner time for us. I don't know what your plan is, but
that moment where he just thinks he's part of the group is just, hey Robbie, you're gonna have to sit this one out, man. Like, how do you break it through old Rob?
Right, it's tough, and your friends don't care. You know, like they're already running in to eat Papa John's.
No, my friends are like, bro, who is this guy?
Yeah. Oh man, people listening to this now are like, these guys are kind of dicks. I actually don't know if I like
Robbie
them.
was a problem.
Everybody had. I swear, you had to have that neighbor that was like fringe neighbor. You could rock with them on the summer days when you were like really bored. I always kind of knew it wasn't the right fit, but they were there.
Neighborhood friend vibe, yeah. Robbie was don't get me wrong, Robbie's kind of a bad kid. Like,
right.
So public school. Dude, my Robbie had like a biker gang in our neighborhood. Like 7 dudes that rode bikes around. And I was playing basketball and they were like looking at me and stuff. And I was like, dude, they're going to kick my ass. Like, I don't really like Robbie.
I can't be hanging with Robbie, man.
And a little part of me was like, wait, do I want to be in that bike gang?
Yeah, you're like, they're the bad boys. Fucking Sophie loves those guys. They're just like, I don't know. They just don't give a shit. Okay. Any other requirements? That's it? They don't give a shit? Okay. Okay. Yeah.
They're like, well, like, here's the thing. They're like street smart. So it's like hot. Robbie's like street smart. That's why I like him.
I like his fashion, and he like his hands are always kind of like, he just has like
his big hands. They're hot.
Like tough hands, you know? Okay.
It's like edgy.
Finish up here from Joe. Says Melvin Gordon, James White, and Monty Ball. Joe here. Sorry,
Same
about
guy?
a month ago.
Sorry.
Right, yeah. I've dug so deep in the archives of these guys. Love the pod. Welcome aboard, Joe. Great to have you. Wisconsin 3-head monster doesn't get talked about enough. Melvin Gordon scored his first touchdown with the number 3, then switched it to number 25. Great call. He's so much more of a 25 than a 3. Listening to the pod, and you guys are talking about the schedule release and seeing your boys in your classes, had me thinking about those school friends, guys that you never actually hang out with outside of school, but are some of your best friends when you have them in a class together. They low-key don't even play sports either, but for some reason, you and your school friend just laugh it up the whole time in class.
Yeah, I love those guys.
Love the pod, love the guests. Melvin Gordon, next guest, sent for my iPod Shuffle. Appreciate you, Joe. Glad to have you here. You call back anytime. Yeah, same guy, those 3. For sure.
Like every year, I'm like, God, they just have another clone at running back.
They were all on the same team at the same time.
But then I feel like the next 3 years, there's another dude. Like it just they always have a
Jonathan
fire.
Taylor.
Yeah, I'm like, God, man.
Braylon Allen.
They really don't get talked about too much either. Like, they're just like they're going to be such a good pro running back. And it's just like, all right, whoever gets them. When the Colts got Jonathan Taylor, I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah. I've talked about it. I've talked about it on this show. I was at the 2012 Big Ten Championship, Wisconsin, Nebraska. And that's the game where the combination of those 3 literally ran for like 585 yards.
Dude.
Like just putting up numbers.
I didn't know Melvin Gordon was number 3 at one point.
I didn't either.
Whoa.
Because the 25 looks too good.
It's deep in the Wisconsin bag. I like those facts right there.
Yeah.
25 is so sick on him. I thought he was
really
actually going to be the next like Adrian Peterson or something. Because I feel like he wasn't even trying in college. I was like, whoa, okay.
You know who I thought he was going to be? I thought he was going to be Jamal Charles.
Yeah, but he seemed like taller and bigger too. So I was like,
I think he was a little bit more. He's a little more stout, but it's just one of those with like, you know, his looks, the number.
Yeah.
Like the way he looked, the way he ran when he got into the open field, it was just
breaking
like
away,
gone, just like Jamal Charles was. Not a sports podcast.
A problem.
Yeah, I mean, this is funny. We're just coming off of Robbie there, the neighborhood friend, because the school friend could be Robbie in a different world. It's like the safer, better version of Robbie.
It's a easy go. It's like Robbie, but he's like it's all good things. Like
right.
There's no like unknown. Like you grew up together, you know. You're in the same grade. Yep. You know this dude, but he's not like your homie that like spends the night or he's on like your basketball team or something. He's just like your school friend.
Hey, and you know what makes the school friend is they get the relationship.
Yeah.
They know that you guys are just school friends and they don't try to make it anything more.
Like he's got his boys that he hangs out. I don't even know if he hangs out with them. But like
kind of like the alt crew.
Yeah.
You know? Like this guy's wearing Vans.
Mm-hmm. He gets the humor though. That's the best part about school friends. They're like so in touch with everything. You got like good nonverbal communication with this dude, like across the room. Like he's not your day one homie, but you're like, what's number 5? He's like, like that's my dude, bro.
Right. Always end up being guy. Like he was always smart and he was cool with just helping you out. He was like, we're good. Not making it a big thing.
No. Low key. Like he knew his place and you knew yours with him. You know what I mean? Like you're not crossing over either. Like you're just like, yeah.
Hey, and it's also one of those things too that like if you're out at B-dubs on a Friday night after a ball game or something and you're meeting your friends there and then all of a sudden you walk in, first table you see a school friend with his friends. That's like, what's up, dude?
Hardest app.
Yeah.
Real one.
Yeah, and like his friends are kind of just like that. I don't know. They don't like dislike you, but they're kind of like not as open and friendly. But then he drops a line to you about something funny that happened at school, and you're like, you start laughing about it, and you're like,
yeah,
that just felt good,
like a genuine laugh. And then your friends and his friends are like, I didn't know you guys were boys like that, and you're like, we're kind of not. It's just like that.
All right. Drop a name. Give me a school friend, a Polizzi school friend. Let's do it.
That's like that. Couple come to mind. First, Tyler Turner. I don't know if you know who that is, but he was like the funniest kid, but like never hung out with us outside of school. Like honestly, if it wasn't for school, I would like, who knows what this guy does?
Yeah.
No, like where's he go after school? I feel like he just like vanishes and then 7:30 the next morning pops it right back. I'm like, is he a real person?
He's just an amalgam. He's just like a figment of your imagination.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dude, he was like, God dang, he might have been in my like top 5 like boys in like 8th grade just because like just so funny, didn't care. Like,
well, that's the thing about school friend too. Like you said, where do they go after? Because I feel like that's part of the reason why you're not more than just school friends with them, because they don't ever play sports.
Yeah. Know nothing about their personal lives. You're just like, dude, you're just a funny guy at school. Like, and we keep it at that.
Yeah.
You want to come over? No. Louis Heron?
Oh, dude.
Louis Heron was kind of a he knew it was up, but when it was time to like show up, like sometimes he'd be on my team in like PE, he'd like drop like 10 points or something. It was like, damn, okay, Louis kind of got a game too. And he was funny, like always like low key funny, understood, like I don't know, some bros just get it. School friend. So
gotta have a school friend. Got to. That's what gets you through those classes.
Can't count on your day ones to like be there all the time.
It never rolls that way.
They never are, bro. Like your day one homie is never in your same homeroom or social style. I'm like, I mean, we'll just be friends on the weekends, bro, because I'm never even going to see you in school. Why does it always happen like that? Your best friend?
Because the teachers know.
Yeah,
They know. They
split
talk.
them
We
up.
got confirmation. Yeah, they're like, no. So that's why you're like, oh shit. Well, third period. God dang. Well, at least, hey, my boy Louis Heron's gonna be keeping it down in there with me.
Yep. Holding it down. LH.
Dude, you ever have and I'm not saying this because you're 3 years older than me and you were like, I'm not, this isn't leading to one of those stories because you were always, for the most part, cool to me and like would, you know, hang out and stuff. But
Yeah.
you ever have the, you know, whether it's Channel 1 or one of those random art classes or something where you could be a freshman and be in there with like a junior or senior. It wasn't.
Yeah, it's weird.
So you have one of those where you're at the table, you know, in the art class with, you know, this group of juniors. And you're like, wow, we're really vibing here. Like we kind of got our thing in third period in this art class. Feels like they really like me. They're kind of like invested in my shit. We laugh about stuff. We got common ground. I think we might actually be friends. Bro, you see him at the football game on Friday night. Act like you don't even exist.
Did that happen?
Oh, yeah. I've had that happen. Yeah.
Man, I was always trying to like dap up like the low key homies that like aren't really or like I love that. Did I do that too?
No, I'm talking about when it's upper class. Like, so you're with upperclassmen. So when you're like a freshman, you're thinking, holy cow, this is crazy. Like older people are actually talking to me and like we're kind of having a good ratata, a good vibe. And then you see him out in public at either a football game or at, you know, the beat-ups hang out afterwards. And
yeah,
they're kind of like mad about something too. And you try to go to him and you're like, yo, Dekoff. Hey, man.
Not the right time. Not the right time.
And he's like,
you know what? More of that situation for me hits more at like a high school basketball game. Like, I don't know why upperclassmen were so upperclassmen at basketball games more than football games. Like for me, I don't know why. Like you try to talk to like the Jake Kolasek or something. Like at a basketball game, I'm a freshman. He's a senior, bro. He's like, dog, we got bigger fish to fry, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'm gonna go back to the like stand up by the wall or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand up by the wall and have my armpits sweat through my shirt. I was barking up the wrong tree, bro. My bad.
Yeah. Oh, that hits you, man. That hits you hard when that happens. Hey, but you know, hopefully now we've come full circle and they're a listener of the show. They're part of the clubhouse.
I was like yelling some stuff at you.
Who would have thought? Never had more fun with them in third period art, and then you're the worst person ever to exist when you see him.
Thought we had
2
something.
nights later. Yep.
Made you laugh. Thought we had something.
Guess not.
Yep. Then you told me my jeans are too long. So in front of all the hot senior girls. So I'm gonna transfer now. And I go to Greenwood.
Why do you go to Greenwood? Talk to the upperclassmen at the wrong time.
Upperclassmen said I had old Navy jeans in front of all the senior girls. Now I play for the Woodmen. So.
Oh shit! All right, let's wrap it up there. Matty H. 200 episodes. Matt Hasselbeck. Really enjoyed that conversation on the station.
What a
I appreciate you guys for just continuing to ride and all the things we always talk about. These guys, LOL on Instagram and YouTube keeps growing and more people keep joining the Discord and yeah, so it's all good shit. It's all good stuff.
Yeah, baby. Yep. Keep
right, Benny boy.
Keep commenting. Keep telling the homies about the clubhouse. It's a real thing, boys. It's a real thing. Hop in because we ain't stopping. But yep. Thanks for everything. And see you next week.
See you next week. Should have
we'll see.
Supposed to have something a little lined up. A nice little something lined up for you. Okay. Yeah, we'll talk to you then.
These guys.
Talk to you next week. These guys.
Paul Feinbaum.
Matt Berry. Not Matthew Berry. Matt Berry.
Yeah. So Clubhouse.
Stage, you know about this?